Yes, you have asked me two questions, but let me respond to the one that has to do with the call for the removal of the FCT minister. Let me state it simple, clear, and straight, unambiguously, that I will not support any call for the removal of the FCT minister. I know why you have asked me this question is because of my interviews. That is a different ballgame. You see, this is the first time we're having a Rivers Indigenous FCT minister, and we've never had this chance, so I will not do that. So, in fact, if the minister, the FCT minister, His Excellency Barrister Wike will give peace a chance in Rivers State, I will even lead a protest in support of him remaining as the FCT minister. I will lead a protest against those calling for his removal. My interviews, two previous interviews regarding his actions and his decision is different from this. What we want in Rivers State is peace. That is what I believe. You see, people misunderstand some actions some people take. I was brought up by my father politically, and at the age of 11, 12, 13, that I don't even know much during the NRC SDP time, I argued with my own father. My father was the coordinator of Chief Rufus Ada George, the NRC gubernatorial candidate. We will argue politics. My late elder brother was in SDP. And all of us will see that we'll be arguing with our dad. So I'm that kind of person that I don't support someone blindly or at the expense of Rivers State. And if I'm supporting you with the mindset that if you fail, I fail. So when I see you going in the wrong direction, I'll make my input to make sure that we don't go to the wrong direction and fall in the dish. Because if you fail as my leader, I fail. So that is why I'm brought up. So that is why when I look at some of the recent action of the FCT minister, I said, no, I've been a supporter of the FCT minister since 2014. Let me make this clear. When he started the GDI in Rivers State, in my local government, are among those that started it with the leaders. My late former chairman is unfortunate of blessed memory. We all started it together. The former GDI coordinator in my LGA is there. He's still alive. He can attest to that. So since 2014, I've supported him to date. When he was contesting for the PDP primaries, I was a member of the electoral committee. I knew what I did. In fact, because of him, I almost slapped Dino Melai a night to the, presidential primaries. When they were counting the vote, I was there. And Dino Melai wanted to raise an issue that I almost wanted to talk. In fact, it was one of my colleagues, a member of the committee, that said, no, please, comrade, calm down. You are not Wike's coordinator. You are a member of the electoral committee. I even showed Wike where to vote in the ballot box, where he put his ballot paper, the box. I showed him. I was in charge of it. I campaigned for him. I spoke in defense on him to the point that I was threatened and they started trailing me, my movement. I left Abuja and stayed in Port Harcourt for 3 months. So if some of us are talking, we have the authority to speak. I defended him recently, even when the issue was going in Rivers State, I was defending him. I wasn't paid to do that. But one thing is certain, Rivers State is the first thing. Peace and development of Rivers State, because that is our home state. We have no place to go. And that's why when I look at some of the actions of the FCT minister, I said, no, I spoke against it. That does not mean I hate the FCT minister. That does not mean all the FCT minister is doing are wrong. But in this case, I don't support what is wrong. But because of that, you have asked me if I'm in support of the call for his removal. I'm not in support of the call for his removal because it's a Rivers Indigenous. And if the FCT minister will give peace a chance in Rivers State, trust me, I'll lead a protest against those calling for his removal. That is the simple truth. I support every Rivers leader, every Rivers indigenous occupying federal position. It is our opportunity. It is our chance. So that is my position on the call for the removal of the FCT minister. Yeah. And for the other question that, considering the fact that same with him are no longer together, can he trust anybody? You see, let me make this clear. Most of the people that are gallivanting, ring-marolling, around the FCT minister, their support is not organic. Their support is not organic. And I don't trust any of them. From those of them, I don't want to mention their name, from the Orashi region, from the Ogoni that was talking after the APC primaries, and those, even the one from my local government, those in, from the Calabars, I don't trust any of them. Believe you me. Worst of them all is the speaker. I don't trust him. You see, the FCT minister should not move from frying pan to fire. Let me put it that way. Because he sees the esteem as a bad person right now. So he should not move from a bad person to a worse person. It's when you give people power, you truly know them, who they are. So I believe the people I trust, believe me, I can say yes, I trust very well, the minority leader of the House of Rep, Honorable Kingsley Chinda. I can say I trust Chief Wele. I trust who again? Aaron Chukwemeka. The three of them and one or two persons. Otherwise, I don't trust all other persons because, see, let me tell you the truth. Is when you see people always singing praises around you and they don't tell you some things that are wrong. Though praise, you see, let me tell you, it was praise singing that made God push the devil. It was because they sang the praise of Lucifer. It entered his head, it challenged God, and it led to his downfall. So people will always praise you to your downfall. And the FCT minister should be careful of those that are praising him, the praise singers. I think it's time for him to pay attention for those that are criticizing him. Why are they criticizing him? For him to go far in his political career. Believe you me, I don't believe in praise singing. I don't praise sing. When I commend you honestly. I don't sing praises to you just to lead you to your downfall. That is what I can see presently around the FCT minister. So there are a lot of all those people around him. They are fertilized supporters, I'll call it. So that is my opinion about those around the FCT minister. And I hope that he will understand and not fall victim of some of these praise singers. Thank you.